Welcome back, Mr. Anderson. We missed you. That's me once again doing a terrible Agent Smith impersonation. The Matrix Resurrection. This movie is getting dumped on by critics. It is. Well, it's kind of mixed. You know, some like it, some hate it, but a good majority of them hate it. And here's what I gotta say. I understand why they hate it. I gotta say it's flawed in many ways, and trust me, there are plenty of flaws as the movie starts, especially in the beginning. It's kind of flawed. I'm thinking to myself when I'm watching the beginning, what's the point of this beginning? But as the movie goes on, it kind of gets better for me. So all the critics who hated this movie, I'm not trying to change your mind. No. But you're not going to change mine either. I respect your opinion. I hope you respect mine. Now, what's the film about? The film's about Thomas Anderson, played by Keanu Reeves, a video game designer who made the video game called The Matrix, based on his experience. Or he feels they are not experience, they're just delusions of grandeur. He thinks what happened when he had a mental breakdown inspired him to write these games, and he keeps getting flashes of events, aka the previous movies, and he's pretty sure it was all just in his head, or was it? But there's a choice that has to be made. A blue pill or a red pill. You'll have to see the movie to find out. I don't want to give anything away. I'm only going to give some minor spoilers away, and this is one minor spoiler. The new Morpheus, played by Yahya Abdul-Mateen II, is he the actual Morpheus? No. Does his character get an explanation of who he is? Yes, he does. And do we get an explanation of what happened to the original Morpheus? Yes, we do. I'm not going to say what that is. That's minor spoilers I'm giving away. But I got to say, when Keanu Reeves and Carrie-Anne Moss are on screen together, it's just on-screen magic those two have. Whether they're fighting together or sitting down and having a coffee together. It's just magic. Those two just really, you instantly feel that them click, even after so many years after the last Matrix movies, which was, of course, 18 years ago. You instantly feel the magic once again once they come on screen together. I gotta say, fight scenes are pretty decent. Not quite on the level of awesomeness as the last Matrix films, but still pretty good. The effects are pretty decent also, and other performances don't disappoint. Like I said, Yahya Abdul-Mateen II, I think that's his name, Jessica Henwick, and of course Carrie-Anne Moss, and Jonathan Goff, and Neil Patrick Harris. Won't say who their characters are, because that's a big-time spoiler I don't want to give away. I had a dream once there was going to be a fourth Matrix film, but I thought it was just a dream. Never thought it'd ever come to this. First I had doubts about them ever bringing the Matrix back, because I thought it was going to be like a retread of, it's like a Star Wars The Force Awakens kind of feel. I thought it was going to be kind of like that, but it wasn't. I still like The Force Awakens, don't get me wrong. But I like The Matrix Resurrection. It kind of feels similar to the other films, but in its own way it tries to be its own thing. It doesn't try to top the original. Yeah, that's going to be a tough act to follow. But it tries to be good in its own right. It reminds you where it came from, and then it goes in a different direction all its own. Will there be more? I don't know. But I give The Matrix Resurrection 9 out of 10. It is inevitable.